What's up, everyone? So this is the reason why I switched from programming to cybersecurity. Welcome back to another video. My name is Fearless, and then on today's video I'm going to tell you why I switched from coding to cybersecurity. So in my early teens, I always wanted to do coding, okay, because I felt it was cool and all that, and then I heard about computer science, computer engineering, so I always wanted to do coding. So from the days of senior high school, I had one senior ahead of me who was always telling me about computer science. He was in Kumasi, and then he was studying computer science, so he was like, oh, there's money in coding, you should do coding, you should do this, you should enter into web, you should learn Java, you should learn Python. So I was all just crimped up with all this in my head. Said okay. So after SHS, I decided to start Java, okay, because he told me I can start Java. He was just mentioning the programming languages to me. So I was like, come on, let me just start this stuff. So I went to download a PDF online. I didn't ask him if I should start with Java or anything, but guys, that fucked me up. Java was just too high for me. I couldn't understand any shit, and the PDF I downloaded to started whatever they had to do from classes. I don't even know about variables, I don't know about loops, I don't know about conditions, nothing. I didn't know about anything. So I was just getting messed up. This object-oriented programming languages, you have to understand some stuff before you can understand some stuff. So I just reached out back to him, and he said, no, you can't start learning Java, you need to start with Python. So that's how come I started learning Python. And I started learning Python from Clever Programmer on YouTube, and I found it very, very cool. So I was like, okay, I'll just do this. So I started learning Python, started using it for these GUIs, desktop applications, running a lot of scripts myself and all that. So I was getting good before I got to the university. And then when I got to the university, what happened was I had a lot of folks that already knew how to code in Python, but we're supposed to learn C++ from the start. So I had to put my Python aside and start C++. And the two don't match. Python, the way it is arranged is far different from how C++ is arranged. C++ is a more object-oriented programming language. Yes, so I had to switch from Python to C++. So I had one friend called Wanda that started telling me about web development. So I already knew HTML, CSS from SHS, so I had to just pick it up from there. So I said, okay, so I'll learn Django. I just said I'll learn Django. I'll choose Django over Flask or anything. I'll just learn the framework and start building applications. Guys, please don't try this. Never do this. You fuck yourself up. I tried studying Django for weeks. I didn't understand shit. So I was just roaming around trying to get something to grasp. So along the line, I was grasping the concepts of the MVC and all that. Django has a different way of its MVC, not that different, but how they explained it is different from how you do it in PHP and other programming languages. Alright, so I built some cool projects with Django. I built projects for some of my seniors as well, project works and all that, other external works apart from school. And I was there one day, and then a friend sent me a message that his machine has been hacked. He knew I was in computer science, so he said his machine has been hacked. I was like, how? It's like, okay, you should tell me the whole scenario. And then he said he went online, saw a malicious link. It was enticing for him to click. He clicked on it, and then his machine was fucked up. I was like, wow, that's so cool. How did the person go about? So I researched a lot on it. I wanted to get his machine back. I wanted him to have his normal day and everything, because it sounded so sad. But I failed at that task because I didn't know anything about hacking at that moment. So the next semester, when we got to school, we had this course called Introduction to Computer Security. Okay, so I had one cool dude in my class that knew all about this stuff. He knew AI, he had all this Wi-Fi hacking stuff he was doing, and I was like, oh, this is cool, let me try it and see. So I reached out to him. He's like, oh, I have to use Linux. So without much hesitation, I went to install Ubuntu. Yes, so that was my first Linux distro I used. I went to install Ubuntu, and then I was trying out a lot of cool stuff on it, but I realized most of the tools were not on Ubuntu, so I had to switch to Kali. Yes, so switching to Kali was where I started doing a lot of stuff in this one. So I learned the Wi-Fi hacking. When I go to, let's say, I'll study how I'll do cool stuff, the boys will see, they'll be like, yo, Charlie, you force for this thing inside. So I started reading, started checking out tutorials, watching a lot, Charlie, and then I found it to be very cool. And then when I got to the part of bash scripting, I was not as difficult for me because I already had a standard of programming. Yes, and then I also built some cool tools with Python. The dude that was doing all the Wi-Fi hacking and all that told me about Hack the Box. He said that was a platform I could learn hacking. So I was like, okay, so let me just start. So I visited hackthebox.com, and then hey, Hack the Box. You know what happened? On Hack the Box, you need to even hack your way around to get a flag before you can even register on their platform. Who does that? I'm here to learn. Have given me a challenge, and it pushed me more to even learn more. Yes, so when I got my first flag, I was so happy. I was like, yes, I'm now going to start learning hacking, like for real. I'm now going to start learning hacking. So after then, I went for a couple of conferences on cybersecurity, and Charlie, I decided that no, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. So I had to stop any web development, mobile development activity, and just focus on hacking. Learned a lot of cool stuff from Zaid. Learned a lot of cool stuff from Cyber Mentor. Yes, so these are awesome people that you can learn from. And right now, I have my CDH. I have some few certifications. And then I want to take my EJPT, I want to take my OSCP, OSWE, OSCE, and the rest. Yes, so that's how I switched from coding to cybersecurity. Thank you for watching this video. Until the next video.